Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Adam Karchner here again. I'm doing my next video for my project and to do a sports update. Aaron Rodgers has officially signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers on a 1 year deal worth $25 million, I think it is. So that's a lot of money for 1 year. He did the same thing last year, where he signed a 1 year deal. I have mixed feelings about him signing back with Pittsburgh because I think that they just need to. I think they should have let him retire, or rather, he should have made the decision to retire, and I think he should have. I think he should have let Will Howard get the chance since he was drafted last year out of Ohio State, I think. So I just disagree with the Steelers signing Aaron Rodgers. But hey, if he can improve from last year and prove that he still has some Hail Mary magic in him, then I'm all for it. I just have mixed feelings about his age and he's prone to injury. I mean, if he is injured, that's terrible for him, but that gives Will Howard, Drew Willar, or Mason Rudolph a chance to start for Pittsburgh. But personally, I just want Rodgers to retire, just because he's getting old and it's time for someone else to take on the reins of hopefully the next Ben Roethlisberger. Sorry, I'm walking around. I'm autistic, so sometimes just sitting there doesn't really help me very much. I'm working in about, let's see, I'm working in about 40 minutes. So, yeah, just getting a video done. I hope everyone's doing good. I had a really good week last week. I met with academic advising from BYU Idaho, and they informed me that the only thing I need to do left to graduate is pass all my remaining courses this semester. So that's really good. Because I was worried that I had missed something, like some other small requirement in addition to my classes. So that's a huge relief. So yeah, quick life update. My wife and I are about to celebrate our 6-month wedding anniversary on June 2nd. So that's coming up in a couple of weeks. And so anyway, yeah, I just think Aaron Rodgers, he needs to retire. The Steelers have really struggled to find a quarterback, a franchise quarterback, since Ben Roethlisberger retired. So I think it might be time for someone else to take the reins. Otherwise, it feels like we're just going to keep getting poor, or we're going to be mediocre. But hey, you never know. Mike McCarthy might know how to unlock Aaron Rodgers' magic and turn back the clock. Imagine if Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy managed to lead us to a Super Bowl win. And even further, imagine if that's over the Green Bay Packers, man. I mean, the Packers, Rodgers and McCarthy won against Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl in 2010. So imagine McCarthy, Rodgers, and the Steelers beating the Packers in this next year's Super Bowl. Man, that would just be... I think that would be unprecedented. I don't know if I've ever heard of a quarterback and a coach beating their former team in the Super Bowl. I don't think that's ever happened before. So, man, that would just be insane stuff. So, yeah, I think we have a chance, and we nailed this draft. I might do an interview with some friends or later this week about the draft and the schedule release. And speaking of the schedule release, I think the Steelers' schedule is very favorable. I think schedule does kind of play a role in a team's success, but at the same time, knowing that you have to play those teams during the season anyway, I don't know about other people, but to me, it's more about the teams you face than in what order. So schedule kind of plays a small role in whether a team can be successful or not. So yeah, there's that. So that's kind of all I got. I'm just trying to make a 10-minute long video for my project because I need to work. I need to do an hour at least of video work a day, and I kind of don't know how to do an hour's worth of video. So I'm thinking of splitting it into several videos. So that's kind of all I got right now. Hope y'all are doing good. So yeah. Man, I lost my train of thought. For my senior project this year, I'm doing a research piece on autism, high functioning autism, which I have, and writing a research piece on it, interviewing several autistic students here at BYU Idaho. So that's really cool. Sorry, I dropped a cup. What else? Oh, I could also talk about Stranger Things. I might have talked about it in a previous video, but I don't remember. I think that Stranger Things 5 had some missed opportunities. Like, I think that one of the biggest missed opportunities, if not the biggest missed opportunity of the series, was to reveal the origin of the Upside Down and to reveal how Eddie was exonerated, or if he was exonerated at all, because they barely mention him in the 5th season. So that was a big missed opportunity. But to me, the biggest missed opportunity in the series was the revelation of the origin and creation of the Upside Down. Like, we now understand its function as a wormhole connecting us to Dimension X, but is it really like, but what or who created it? I think it's fair to say that perhaps the Mind Flayer created it as a wormhole, because what if this dimension has always existed in the multiverse? And what if it's much more conceivable that the Mind Flayer created the Upside Down as a wormhole to create a portal to our dimension. So that's my theory, but I think they need to do a spin-off or something explaining it. And I'm hoping that I think there's a live action prequel coming out of Stranger Things, so that should be really good. I've heard that the Stranger Things Tales of 85 was not canon, and that's annoying, because then why'd you make that series if it's not canon? That's frustrating. That's kind of a waste of potential if you just decide, oh, we're not going to do that. I'm like, really? Why not? Well, honestly, what have you got to lose? So that's my 2 cents on it. So I think that that was just a missed opportunity in season 5, was Eddie's exoneration and clearing his name and the revelation of the origin of the Upside Down. Huge missed opportunity. What else? I could talk more about sports. So there's rumors that Patrick Mahomes is going to be ready to play by week 1. I doubt it. I don't think Mahomes' ACL or MCL will be healed enough for him to start week 1. So I think they better play it safe and play Justin Fields within the first few weeks of the season and let Mahomes recover to the point where he's fully healthy, because a fully healthy quarterback is better than an iffy quarterback, because you never know if a quarterback is going to be good enough that he can succeed. You never know if a quarterback can be good enough to succeed when he's struggling to live up to his expectations, So you want to be really careful with that. And as for the Raiders, I think they need to start Fernando Mendoza, just because I think, like Rodgers, I think Kirk Cousins is past his prime. They signed him, I think, for veteran leadership, and that's really good. But sometimes the best way for players to learn how to be good players, ironically, is not just practice and reps and watching film and study, but practice, but like on the field practice. So I'll talk more about this later. I'm going to get going. So this is my first, this is a 10-minute video. I'm going to post it to YouTube so I can save space on my phone. So this is Cards Nerd signing off. I'll see you guys later.